Alright, welcome back. Part 6 Graveyard Keeper. Let's play. Let's have some fun. Apparently, about 3/4 of the way through my last recording, something happened again. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the fact that I'm streaming and recording at the same time, but you can hear the audio is great. The visuals are all sorts of jacked up, though. So apologies if you cared about that. I have one more of these gravestones. You know what? I don't care for now. Let's, oh, I don't need to sell these. I can do this. I think. No? Can I not do this? Oh, yeah, I can make... Okay, yep. No. So I'm taking the old gravestones and I'm turning them into stone. So I'm recycling. I think I accidentally recycled one of my good gravestones. That's okay. And then I'll turn this into firewood, so I don't have to sell anything. Really, I don't like selling things piecemeal. It's kind of inefficient. But you know, it is what it is. So we wanted to go try and get some slabs of stuff. Stone. And I believe there is an infinite slab right here. Nope, that's just a rock. There's marble up here. Oh, I have to go into the mountains. Just for kicks and grins, since we're here, I'll show you what this looks like. Oh, I can't get it, because it's marble. Nice. Don't have access to marble yet. I miss not having all my technologies unlocked. At least for the gathering. It's kind of annoying to just kind of have to walk past all this stuff. We'll get a couple slabs of stone, and then that should be good enough for now. It's kind of neat to see the ruins that are speckled in around the town. So, like the logs, you can do this to move 2 of them pretty efficiently. I wouldn't recommend trying 3 or 4. You can do it, but it's kind of annoying if you're going left and right. If you're going up and down, it's not bad. You can probably get 4 or 5 of them in a row, but it's not usually worth it. So you turn all your slabs into stone, because there's nothing else that they're good for. All of your slabs are like that. The iron ore slabs, there's no reason to keep them iron ore slabs. It's just best to turn them into iron ore. And stones are the same way. Stone repair kits would not be terrible, but I need clay, and I don't think I can make clay yet. Can I... Where the heck is clay? Do I already have clay? Nope. I do not. Maybe that's what this is. Oh, that's a quest thing. That's right. It's for the bishop. I'll unlock glass and... don't really need that right now. I kind of want that, but that requires blue stuff. I guess it's not a bad thing to get everything that doesn't require blue stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. A lot of stuff you don't necessarily care about. Oh, I need sticks. And see, this is outside of the range of the other trunks, so I need to pick up those sticks in the other trunks. Luckily, you don't use sticks for very much outside of the garden after a certain point, so there's no real reason to not stick all your sticks down here. I need compost heap. I usually put at least 2. It's kind of nice to have 3. There's no reason not to at this point. Hey, look. The berries are back. The berries respawn very quickly. I don't have anything, do I? I don't. I mean, I could eat the mushrooms, but that would kill me. It wouldn't kill me to eat the mushrooms. I just don't feel like messing around with it. You get to kind of hang out and listen to the music. It's good music. It's really good music. Got some interesting harp stuff happening in the background. So these are not of any use until, ironically, you start your garden. So what you do is you will put in, once you get your garden, like you grow a patch of something, we'll probably do wheat first because it is nice to have bread. It's not the most important thing, but it is nice to have bread. That's all we need for now. Oh wait, am I doing the right one? No, I'm not. I did sticks. Gotta get rid of them now. So if you haven't worked on the plot, like, you know, these haven't been worked on, the bottom 2 yet, they just disappear whenever you do this. But if you've actually worked on the plot, then you have to do work to get it out. So I forgot that some plants require sticks. The plants that I care about, like pumpkins and wheat, they don't use sticks. So you want an empty garden bed, is what you want. Which, ironically, is cheaper and easier, but it is what it is. Your vineyard will require sticks too. But the vineyard doesn't have room for compost heaps, even though you need the compost to do stuff. We're gonna have to build a trunk too. Flitch and simple iron, which I might have already, and if not, I can make pretty easy. Don't have any simple iron. Early on, it's good to just make what you need. You don't need to make a ton of everything. Eventually, it's not going to hurt as much to make a ton of everything. And at some point, it's going to be ridiculous that you don't make a ton of everything. So it's... Alright, see, the trunks have their own special locations, too. This game. I'm out of stuff. I'm just gonna eat these. Actually, I'm gonna harvest these so I can eat them if I need to. That's not so bad. Put all my sticks in here. Eventually, I think the end of my last game, I had 4 trunks and they were all full of stuff. So it's really nice. The planting is kind of its own little thing too, so we'll get there. How much money do we have? We might have enough. Let's go talk to the farmer. If we can make it out of here. Luckily, trading doesn't require any stamina. This is one of those walks that's always painful. There's no easy way to get here. It's not like it's any faster if you start at the tavern or anything. For the longest time, I thought this was a girl. Even if it's drugs or magic elixirs. Okay, so what we want is his wheat seeds. For right now, anyway. Always buy... Well, you don't have to buy them in sets of 4, but it's easiest to do it in sets of 4 initially. And you'll see why in a minute. I don't have enough for that either. See how much cheaper they are? Anyway. So the farmer has a couple of quests, but mostly you'll be boosting the tier of the farmer to get better stuff by buying stuff from them. And early on, you don't have access to those fertilizers that make it so you never need to buy seeds. So you'll be buying seeds from them on a somewhat regular basis. But each planting plot, if you have fertilizer, you have to put the fertilizer in first. Once you put the plant in, it's too late to put the fertilizer on. So it is what it is. The wheat seeds, say if any seeds that you put in here, if it's the right kind of plot. So like I said, some of them require sticks and some of them require the not sticks. Wheats are not stick, and it'll take 4 of them to do that. And you got to be a little bit careful about what you're planting, how you're planting it, because like for the stick ones, you can't walk through the stick plots. You can walk through these bare plots while there's nothing there. If you get something there, you can't walk through it. So if you put the stick plots on the outside, and then you have like regular plots on the inside, and your stick plots take later, you'll never be able to get to the middle plots, I guess is my point. Anyway, so then now you wait, and it takes a day or 2 without fertilizer for it to grow, so we'll just let it do its thing. But yeah, exciting, right? We've done something exciting. We needed that, but we can't do that yet. I think we can make a handful more gravestones. 6 is probably too much, but that's fine. We can always turn them back into pseudo rocks, and rocks are not hard to find, right? Stone's pretty easy to get when you want it. Eventually, it's ridiculously easy to get. It's the complex manufactured parts that are a lot more tricky to deal with. No, we're still good on that. See, I can make glass if I want to. I just need sand and water for whatever that's worth. Right now, we just need to keep making iron. Okay, yep. And that's your whole day. And then you go take a nap. It's incredibly efficient. But I should have enough stamina to finish that one stone, and then I think I can update the rest of the plots, the burial plots. I'm so refreshed. Blink. Alright, that's new, that's new, that's new. This can do better. So you'll notice this guy in particular only has one white skull. And my gravestone, the one I put down, covers the ability or the quality, the maximum quality of this particular body. So I do not need to put in a fence or any sort of better gravestone than what I have now, because this is the max amount of good vibrations I'm going to be getting from this particular plot. I might add a fence later just to make it look nice, but I do not need to. Whereas this guy needs at least 2 more of these green pseudo qualities in order to be able to maximize his efficiency. So there are some things you can stop at some point. For these early ones that aren't going to be maxed out, not a big deal. I can't put a gravestone until I actually have a body in there. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so all of these are updated. I'm going to dump these in here because I will never use them. That's not true. Well, I might use them, but I might study them. I like to do that. I'll drop them in there if I haven't studied them yet. I haven't studied a wooden cross or a wooden marker, but I can take this other wooden marker and turn it into firewood. So that's done. I do need some fences. See, I'm already at quality of 4. How great is that? If I fixed that hole in the ground, I'd probably be able to meet the bishop's needs, but I'm just not there yet. I did learn some new stuff. Hehehe. So you'll notice I've got a lot more pieces now that I can pull out. And since this body is a tosser, I'm basically going to be burning it. I might as well pull basically everything out of it. Some of these are inherently good, I guess. Good, bad, whatever. So it's kind of like your basic, if you know anything about embalming or mortuary type activities, usually the blood and the some of the fat is removed in general from people before they're embalmed and buried. So it's good. So you'll notice that I didn't have any skulls of any kind before I took out that fat stuff, and now I have one white skull because the fat creates one red skull worth of stuff. Negative 1 white skull worth of stuff. Some of these are inherently bad for that. So like skin is always a good thing to leave on the body if you're going to use it. The skulls are pretty much always a good thing to leave on the body. These can be anything. These can be really, really good for the body or really, really bad. It's random, and you don't know what they are until you unlock the perk that tells you what they are. So it's a little bit odd, but it is what it is. I need to fix this. Oh, I have the stuff. Cool. I do not have the energy. Ah, disappointment. Stamina! I can't wait to get that vineyard running. Yeah, once you get the vineyard running, you can make your own beer early on, make your own wine later on. And it's wonderful for stamina. And it's pretty easy to make too, so it's not like it takes a bunch of work, ironically stamina work, to fix stuff. Okay. I don't need any of these right now. What do I need for you? I need simple iron. Let's go get some simple iron after I finish this stuff. So you'll also notice this thing right here, this surgeon's mistake. Your inexperience shows. So because I'm not very good at this work yet, the more things I mess with the body, the more likely I'm going to have one or more of these mistakes, which is a positive red skull for it. So it's not a good thing to have. Just in general, there's a... this one, I think. Less chance of making a surgical error when extracting hard spares or soft spares. So these are hard spares and soft spares. And then this guy right here, you have an even further reduced chance of making a surgical error. So it's basically impossible once you max out all these perks to put those mistakes on. So it's really good to work on those once you get into that sort of stuff. Everything except for the blue stuff now. That's great. I probably have a lot of things in my inventory that don't need to be there. But that's what it is. So... nope. I think I can leave all that. Yeah, okay. I'll put the rest of the stuff downstairs for no reason other than I don't want to carry it forever. So all of these are important. Blood, every body that you get, regardless of what you're going to do with it, you should pull out the blood and the fat, because those are always bad for the body to have in them whenever you inter them. So that's always good to pull those. Plus you can use the stuff for lots of things. You need blood and fat for various potions and other things that you'd be making. The brain, the heart, intestines, like I was saying, those are kind of random. They can be really good or really bad, and you don't know until you get the perk, which is kind of like an end game thing. So if when in doubt, leave them in kind of stuff. Skulls, if you're going to burn the body, pull out the skulls and the skin. Skin's always a good guy. Skulls are, I think, always a good guy to leave in. But if you're going to burn the body, then you might as well take everything. The problem with taking brains and hearts and intestines is that they don't stack in your inventory. So you can have like 50, I think, of the blood and the bones and the skin and the skulls in the same inventory slot in your trunk. but each one of the brains and the hearts and the intestines take up their own slot because they're different, right? They could have their own special abilities. So if you don't need that many of them, eventually you'll learn which ones are good and which ones are bad, and you'll hold on to some of the good ones. But early on, you don't really need them. Eventually, you can get the ability to like grind them up into something else, and then you keep them because you're just gonna turn them into something else. So that's a 4-second overview of what you want to do with body parts. Everything's still, you want to make sure everything's still making stuff. This is still growing. That's still making iron. If it was not making iron, you would do stuff with that. What am I doing here? Good question. What was I going to do next? I was going to turn that into firewood because I don't need it. Oh, I was going to make fences. That's right. I think I can make fences here. Yes. And those are the only ones I have access to right now, so let's make 2 of them. This might be all I need. And it's Saturday. I mean, it's not. It's Moon Day, but Moon Day is right before Sunday, so I'm going to call this Saturday. We'll put the fences down where we need them. Probably pull out this broken one. So even though I've got good stuff on here, this guy has a potential of giving me 2 more quality points because he has 2 white skulls that are not surrounded by the green thing. So once I get access to better gravestones and fences, I will update this particular grave. Whereas this guy, well, let's say this guy can't get any better, so I'm not going to put anything on there. Should I just... Is there a better one for this? Oh shit, that guy's got lots of cool stuff. This one's broken. This one's broken. This one's broken, but it's good. I'll just put it over here. Least amount of work. I'll have to do it again later anyway. Haha, look at this. We're at quality of 6. That means we passed the bishop's test. And now we can open the church. Which is super important. Super important. Simple iron. That's what we needed. We needed simple iron. Let's go make some simple iron. Come on. Dope. So this is one of those times where you got to be a little bit careful about watching the time as you sleep. I'll be able to wake up in plenty of time to still see the bishop, but I don't want to miss him today, or else I have to wait another week to get to the church. So like I said before, the donkey dropping off the bodies, when it does that, and the church sermons are very important to make sure you're on time. The church sermons are less specific. Because the donkey dropping off the body starts to degrade as soon as it's dropped off. But your church sermons, you've got all day to do a sermon. You can do it right at the end of the day if you want to. It's not that big of a deal. Hey dude, guess what? I fixed the graveyard. I am the keeper, dun, 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 and prior of the church. Get all oiled up for a nice masa. Yep. Okay, so the church quality, those little crosses, we haven't talked about those yet specifically, but that's related to the internals of your church. So the more cool stuff that you have built up in the inside of your church, the more of those you get. The more of those you get, the better your sermons are, the better faith you get, and the better prayers you can use. So this one, in order to be successful, needs at least 10 church qualities, and it'll give you twice as much faith as you would be getting without it. May the Force be with you. Yay! Alright, so you can only pray once per week, which is fine, right? Not a big deal. I don't have any of the technologies yet to build church stuff. That's all here. So these were all question marks a little while ago. Candles, the pews, faith prayers, or prayers in general. You can pray for different stuff. You can get prayers to get more money or more faith. You can do prayers to get better harvest yields, village stuff. Mostly I stick to faith and money. And there's a good combination prayer that I use for the vast majority of my time, which is, it is what it is. But anyway, the superpower thing, I'm going to go talk to him before I show you this. Hey, how's it going? You have become a subject of royal law. Congratulations. You owe us a whole bunch of money. All surface land and buildings that sit no deeper than 1 royal leap and 4 royal spit, as dictated by the ancient contract, belong to the royal family and the town. Boo. That's crazy. Yeah. So you can buy exclamation permissions from here if you want to. And then there are different things you can get depending on what your level is. So I'm not anything right now, but I could get a royal stamp or building permission. Eventually I'll be able to get citizen papers and town pass. These are like quest items. So you don't, except for the exclamation permissions and the no, except for the exclamation. I guess the building permission lets you get more, make your church better, but that's a whole other thing. So, come on, come out. Ugh. I'll check on him later. Actually, he might have left. So this is the lab. And this is where the magic happens. Gotta knock down all the old stuff first. So hold on, let me... Nope. Oh, I need a thing for that. Yep, gotcha. So I really need to make... Well, no, I don't even have it. Because this is the study table. Right? Yeah, this is the study table. Oh, he left stuff in the trunk. Hey, there's that speed potion. Well, the recipe for the speed potion. Ah. Yeah, I guess I could make some of that stuff. Okay. So your study table, which we were just at, has an ability to study stuff, right? Basically anything that you find, minus the whetstone, teleport stone, and it'll give you experience. So the kind of experience is highlighted. So if you study an iron ingot, you'll get both red and green experience. Iron parts, just red experience. Berries are green. This is what you want, though. You want the blue experience. But in order to study anything, you need this science points. And you get that from, like, paper. You put paper or books into the study table, and it'll turn into science points. So what I was trying to figure out was where... I thought I started out with some paper, but apparently I don't. I need to figure out how to make some paper. And then you need faith. So that's why faith is super important. And getting your, making it to Sunday Mass every week is super important. That said, minus a couple of quests, like Snake's quest, Snake needs 5 faith before you can do something with him. There's no use for faith outside of this room, so that I just leave it in the trunk most of the time. And I'll study this next. I don't remember. I think I can recycle that in one of the writing things. Hey, look. A church workbench. So I need to make a church workbench. 9 flitch, 10 nails, 4 complex iron. This will be so much easier after I get access to that shortcut. I have to walk all the way around. That's cool. So this is nice because whenever the donkey drops off a body, it'll go right into the morgue. So it'll pop out right here after I fix this. And it'll be inside. So it's handy. It saves the body from being exposed to the elements, and it slows down that decomposition process. It's pretty nice. Hey, look, our wheat. Is it ready? It is ready. I don't really have very much stuff, but I guess I can do it. Okay, so if you'll notice, you get the wheat. The amount is low right now because we don't have any fertilizer in it, but it's not terrible, right? For 12 seeds, we got 21 wheat, and we got 7 wheat seeds back. So that's a little over half of what we put in. So there's 50-60% return without any fertilizer. Your crop waste you get from every crop, and that's what goes in here. So it'll take 8 at a time, and it'll turn it into peat, and it'll turn it into, I think they call it maggots? It's some sort of bug. Anyway, the point is, you just do it again. You set everything, and you let it run again. Or maybe it's larvae. We'll find it in a minute. Anyway, the point is, there's diminishing returns without fertilizer, and there's it's not even very good with the peat. You really need to have a higher level of fertilizer than what we even have right now. Oh, I need to make 2 of these, I think. Naturally, I've already forgotten because I didn't write it down. This is the problem. Oh, we're over time. Okay, so when we come back, we'll try and flush out our laboratory a bit.